KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.
Aliata, one of the captains on the Dartmouth women's rugby team. How has your new role as captain been so far, and how are you trying to make an impact with your team during your last season?
So my new role as captain so far has been quite an honor, but it comes with a lot of responsibility. We have an amazing roster full of talent, and it's exciting to lead the team both on and off the pitch. Looking forward to playing great rugby with amazing girls and hopefully winning a national championship at the end. We have a lot of great competition coming our way, so it's exciting to be able to lead that this year.
The team defeated Quinnipiac 50-10. I'm sure everyone was just excited to be back on the pitch after such a long layoff.
Yeah, so we actually had our first game September 1st against LIU. So that was our first game after 661 days. So we were all both excited and nervous at the same time. But once we found our flow, I think everything started to come for us. And then this game, we were looking more on working on what we had planned to work on from our last game's mistakes. So it was good. We started off slow, but we found our flow, and options started opening up for us, and we just capitalized on that.
And how's everything been as far as maybe the rise in numbers, and are you guys training in pods, or are you guys just full on training as a complete team? And
yeah, so we're full on training as a complete team. It wasn't as restricted as it was last fall. So we have weekly COVID tests that will help us prevent any cases that may arise and take the necessary precaution that we do need to take.
And which games have you circled on the calendar and looking forward to playing this season?
So I've circled Army, Mount St. Mary's, because I have a whole bunch of friends on that team, and it's exciting to watch Guam play against Guam, and then Harvard, of course, our number one rival, competition, I should say.
Team Guam Olympic weightlifter Jacinta Simagese, you missed out on this year's Olympic Games, but now you're able to represent Guam again. How has training been for this upcoming event?
Yes, it's very unfortunate that I missed out on lifting in the Summer Games, but training has not stopped. Although it was a little setback, I still continue to train each and every day at the gym.
This is going to be your first virtual competition, and how it's going to be ran.
Okay, so we've been doing a lot of trial and error runs. The first online was ran earlier this year as a trial run, and that competition actually ran pretty smoothly. I did not compete in that competition, but one of our other lifters did. And from the looks of it, it could be done. We've been doing a lot of testing since then, just to make sure we got all the kinks out. And it looks like it's going to turn out to be a really good Oceania championship.
Darren Cepeda, quarterback, senior at La Center, playing for the Wildcats in Washington against Woodland High. You had 224 yards passing, 171 yards rushing. You combined for a total of 5 touchdowns.
We knew that going into that game that, it was going to be much tougher. It was going to be much tougher because they're coming off a loss, and, they obviously want to win because they had a downfall in the spring and they didn't really do too well. So we knew that they were going to be tougher. So we just had to put our foot on the gas pedal all throughout the game.
Style of offense that you guys run and how it helps you with your skill set, both being able to run and pass.
Style of offense is RPO based. It's run pass option based around, whether we need to read the defensive ends or read the safety's eyes. I feel like our offense has really grown over the years since I got here my freshman year, just because of different capabilities. My quarterback last year, who's he plays for Portland State. He really like mentored me well and took me under his wing and showed me how to run the offense. Former Washington State Player of the Year as well, Tom Lambert. So yeah, I've had a great group of guys that I was surrounded by that took me under their wings and should really showed me the offense that the center Wildcats football runs.
You also play a lot on the defensive side of the ball, playing corner and safety. Your dad and your brother in your corner helping you out along the way.
It's definitely great having them, being able to talk to them after practice, after a big game, just giving me always insights on what I could do better or what I did wrong or what I did well throughout the game. And these guys always push me. My dad always pushes me. Obviously, he's my defensive back coach. My brother, I can relate to him a lot because of what he did in Guam and All Island multiple times. So it really helps me a lot, and I couldn't be more thankful.
Your team's looking at making a run for state this year.
I couldn't say this more. This is one of the best teams that the Center Wildcat football program has had, and the coaches say it to us. But every week we go into each week with zero wins and zero loss mentality, because we know that we have a target on our back, ranked number 6 in Class 1A Washington. These next 3 games are going to be really tough, especially against good teams like Kalama High School. They're ranked number 1 in their class, which is 2B. And then we have the number 2 ranked Edenville Crusaders, and then number 5 ranked Montesano Bearcats.
In programming news, make sure to catch some NFL action this Monday, September 20th at 3 in the morning. The Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Keep it locked to KUAM TV 11 at 6:25 in the morning. The Dallas Cowboys meet up with the Los Angeles Chargers. Then at 10:20 in the morning on KUAM TV 8, it's the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens for some Sunday night football.
KUAM Sports Weekend Roundup is brought to you by Gatorade.